Well, I'm just excited to welcome my friend Joy with us today. I hope you've got some coffee with you, something to drink. Just join the conversation. And has there ever been a time in your life where Christmas has been a difficult season? I know for a lot of people that's just the way it is. It happens. And we're here today to hear Joy's story of how she was able to rediscover joy in her Christmas. So, welcome, Joy. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Linda. This is such an honor to be here and to celebrate one another and to celebrate Jesus in this season because he's the reason for the season.
Yeah.
And to be able to give a voice of testimony on his redemptive love and his redemptive power. And sometimes, during the holidays is such a hard time for people,
Yeah.
and a lot of sadness and sorrow and depression, and there's not enough money, or they lost loved ones. So many different factors that make the holiday seasons difficult for people. But I just wanted to I wanted to come in on here and encourage people that no matter what's happening, Jesus is always front and center with us. And every day is Christmas to Jesus. He gives us so many beautiful gifts, and he gave us the gift of salvation, number one, so that we can have Christmas with him in eternity every day. And he gives us gifts with the call on our life, and he gives us natural gifts. Some of us can sing, some of us can administrate, some of us can do so many different things, and these are the gifts that God gave, and he said they are irrevocable, that he never takes them back.
And so your story is having gone through some tough stuff. Where did you start out though?
I started out as a little girl in Hawaii.
Now, Hawaii at Christmas, there'd be no snow.
There's no snow. I was going to talk about that. There's no snow, but it was still, and we were very poor. There's a lot of trauma in my family. But, I just went to Hawaii with my husband in October, and I was laying on the beach and I started crying. And I said, God, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be born in paradise, to
wow.
understand what heaven is, because I was born in this place. Even though my childhood was hell, I still got to experience heaven through my hell by being in Hawaii. And there was 5 of us kids, very close. And Christmas was a very beautiful time, even though my parents, it was poor and there was, a lot of, aggression, violence, blah, blah, blah. Something happened with us as children. My mom really tried to make Christmas just this beautiful, lovely time for her children. And I remember watching all the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and all those Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, and watching. And then my mom loved to sing. Her and her sisters had like this beautiful 3-part harmony, and we're always singing. And so there's always music in our home, and it was like Go Tell It on the Mountain and Silent Night. I even learned, because I lived in Hawaii, when I was in choir, I learned how to sing Silent Night in Hawaiian.
Oh, wow.
And so, just these are the memories of Christmas, right? And the best part, I mean, yes, the presents were fun. I remember I got a Barbie house, the Barbie house, and it
Yes,
was all
yes.
cardboard. This was in the 60s. It was cardboard back then. You had to put it all together, and everything was like painted into the cardboard. And so it was just like everything was so fun, and the smells, and we would even go and get a Christmas tree. But our Hawaiian was Mele Kaliki Maka, our songs, and it was Santa with a hula skirt and a leg on on his reindeer. It was really cute. But one of the best things too was we get in this old 57 Chevy because Hawaii, everything rusts there. The floorboard was rusted out. We had to put a slab of wood on top of it. And there's 5 kids being hauled in this old 57 Chevy. And we're going to see the Christmas lights. And we were singing songs. And everything, I was raised Catholic, but everything, we saw the manger was a huge thing in our house, right?
Yeah.
And we had like this huge place for it. It was a big manger. And I mean, not big, but it was not these little tiny pieces. It was decent sized pieces. And we had the hay, we had everything, right? And I was always drawn to the baby in the manger. And the Christmas story came alive in our house. And, that was one of the pivotal points for me as a child. Jesus was always showing himself to me as a child, even in the midst of trauma. I was so sick as a child too. I, died once in my life, and I almost died. I mean, there was so much going on. But Jesus was always there to show me, I'm with you. I am a man and fully God. And I understand your suffering, and I'm here for you, and I love you, and I'm going to get you through it. So we have these beautiful, beautiful Christmases in Hawaii, and with no snow. Can you believe it? And a lot of anyways, and then fast forward, went through all the Christmases. We moved to the States. We moved from Hawaii to Arizona, if you can believe that, which I didn't see snow unless we went up to the mountains there for Christmas. And then eventually God made my way up to the Pacific Northwest, and I moved to Oregon and got married. And then the first few Christmases, for 11 years, I tried to put up a white picket fence and put this facade, but I wanted to instill into my children just all the same beautiful memories of what happened to me in the midst of hell. But Christmas was something special. Yeah. And so I tried, I did that with my children, but it got harder and harder because of my marriage. I was married to a non-Christian who was not, a very good person, and it was a very hard marriage, and a lot was, stolen, a lot of compromise, a lot of being stolen, a lot. And Christmas, I had to fight my way through Christmas because nothing was ever happy with, his life.
Right.
And so it always reflected on our lives. And so I would have to beg him to build the bicycle, or, those things that men do. I'd have to beg him, and he didn't want to get up because the kids were up like at 4 o'clock in the morning, they're so excited. But just kept that Christmas going. And the last few years of my marriage, when there was one point there's a couple of times I left him, and one was at Christmas time. It was at Christmas time. So there's boxes everywhere, and I'm looking at my kids, and they don't have a tree. They don't have a tree. They don't have a Christmas. And I'm like, well, we're selling the house, and after Christmas, I'll make this up to you. But it kind of pulled a little bit from their innocence. And it killed me, because it was the only time that we really, I just pulled them in, and we came together no matter what was going on around us. And so after that Christmas, I got back with it. You go through that domestic cycle, and got back with him, and it was still, every Christmas was a struggle, but we did have our tree. And this happened until 2008. And it was the last tree I had with, in that time of my life, and made it a beautiful Christmas. But then I went through a divorce in 2009 and got divorced in December, just before Christmas. And my house was gone. My kids, they were grown up, and they had to, go, they were separate. It was like we were all pulled apart from each other. And I didn't know even how to, hold on to, I didn't know what to do. And so after the divorce, just for safety and other reasons, I went to my mom's in Arizona, and I was away from my kids for the first time.
Yeah, that's hard.
And so it all this stuff is like, why is this happening? And I just want to be with my kids. I have nothing. I had $500, wiped me out. Everything that I did have, which was not that much, was in storage. I was living in my mom's spare room at 51 years old. And so, that was a very, very heart-wrenching Christmas. And thank God for my mom, because, just being with her, she made sure that I could grab onto a memory from Hawaii to keep me, and that's how it was. And she decorated everywhere. My mom was the decorating Christmas queen, and I did it and then stopped. Now my daughter, she's my Christmas girl. Like, she starts right the day after Halloween. She's starting to decorate her house. So she's taken that mantle of, decorating. So after that Christmas, and then I met my now husband, who God used as the redemption of my life, and brought him into my life, who loves me, who loves my kids and the grandkids. Like, these are his, and like his kids are mine. And so God brought this redemption. But the weirdest thing is that we met in 2010, and we have not ever really had a Christmas at our house, because he's gone to his kids, or I've gone to my kids or cousins and stuff. And now our tradition is every year we go and we stay at my daughter's house, and it is Christmas everywhere. And we're going to go down for Christmas this week, and we get there Saturday, and on Sunday we're going to go head down a Christmas tree as a family with my son and my daughter and my grandkids and my husband and friends, and have hot cocoa and cookies, and just do what Christmas is.
Making new memories and new traditions.
Making new memories. And the new memories are that I get to enjoy it now through my grandchildren's eyes.
Yes.
That's it went from all, with my children, and then I had that whole thing torn away, and now coming into where I get to do the whole Christmas, go and see the lights, put up the tree, have all the gifts, have all the cookies, and I get to see it through my grandchildren's lives.
Yeah.
And standing and holding arms with my new husband, who rejoices and celebrates the whole thing. And so this is what I'm saying, there was this, then in the middle, it wasn't so good, but some of it was, but then it got bad, but now it's even greater than before.
It's been restored.
So
it's been
it's
restored.
so restored.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give people hope that, and it's not about the gifts, it's not about this, it's not about that. It's about coming together and rejoicing together for a God who loves us, to a God who loves us, and remembering that He is the reason of the season. I mean, my kids, they love Jesus. We read the Christmas story, and really, I really try to make that foundation. And my kids they're folding it in.
Yeah.
So to see all of that happen is a redemption story.
That's beautiful. And I mean, God created us for family, and He created us for community, but he's all about family. He's our Father. So he will redeem and restore family.
Yes, He does.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Just so beautiful, and when you asked me to do this, I'm going, wow, this is just so amazing. And sitting here, I'm so excited because I know what I'm going to. I know that I get to go to my kids' house and be with the grandkids, and we just sent the Amazon order. Whoa. We have 12 grandkids and 6 kids, so it's a
good order.
Yeah.
So the truck will be coming to your place.
Yes. No, it's going. We sent it all to my daughter, so it's all going to her house. So she's going to be box after box after box. So
you can wrap it when you get there.
Yep, that's what we do.
Sure,
we do that smart. Together too.
That's smart. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, Joy. And it is a story of hope.
Yes.
There, like we said before, there's a lot of families that can't be together for whatever reasons. There's a lot of people just needing hope. Whether there's illness or whatever.
Yeah.
And we need and just even with the way things are for families being apart, for location or for whatever reason, there's the memories that keep us connected.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. So,
yeah. And, for those who didn't have good memories for Christmas, reach out to a church family or, to a closest friend or just reach out, because you can start new memories, good memories.
And we don't know what someone else is going through. So by reaching out and being the person that they need.
Yes.
That can change their Christmas and your Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. So, my hope and my prayer for whoever's watching, just know, first of all, that you're loved by the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. The baby that laid in that manger is a lion now, and he's fiercely roaring over your life and for you, and cheering you on into the destiny He called you to, and giving you identity through Him in this season.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Joy. And so glad that the people that are watching today, so glad that you joined us today. And and we'll see you again next time.
Yes. Blessings to all of you, and Maranatha. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Thank you, Linda.
Yeah. Bye-bye.